So here I am in my laundry room, and I just had a load of clothes in my dryer. I was in the other room, thankfully, and I heard kind of this bang, kind of like if you have shoes in your dryer, and I didn't have shoes in my dryer, so I thought that was a little weird. I heard it again, and then I heard this like squealing noise, so I ran in here, turned it off, and took the clothes out, and I found this just rolling around in the dryer. This is the lint trap. It's supposed to go right here, so some clothes must have caught on it like this. Brought it into the dryer, and I had found a couple socks and stuff in here, and once that squealing noise started, it did not stop. So just for you guys, so you can hear what it sounds like, hope I don't do any more damage, I'm gonna turn this on real quick and turn it off. So that's not good. So I looked in here and I went down as far as I could. I got whatever was in there out, but I'm gonna have to kind of take this thing apart. And I've never done it with this dryer, but I did a little research and I'm gonna give it a shot. This is an Electrolux. I'll leave a model number in the description or the title. Somewhere you'll find it. Maybe you have the same one. So first thing is we're gonna unplug it just to be safe. Next step, I'm just gonna pull this out, and it depends on how your dryer is set up, how it's attached. I happen to have a flexible pipe, which I actually don't like, that I'll probably be changing in the future, but it's gonna help me in this situation. Hopefully that's all I have to do is pull it out like this, and I'm gonna remove these two screws right here, 1 and 2. And if you're worried, you can disconnect the water, but I'm gonna leave it on there for now. I think we're gonna be okay. 1, 2. Now I can lift this up like this and then pull it back. Put that off to the side. Next is probably the hardest part. I'm gonna have to lift this up. Do it however you can, carefully. And then there's a couple screws on the bottom. One right here and one right here. We gotta take those out. And 2. Now with the door open, you can see there's a screw right here. We're gonna take that out. And a screw right here. And then along the top, you have 1, 2, 3. You can take those out. I'm just gonna put my hip up against this so it doesn't fall. Then you can kind of give it a little pull. You can bend it out. And you have a wire right here. You just want to be careful with. I'm going to disconnect it. Pull up on this. Pull straight out. Push on these tabs right here. And pull that out, just like that. And it kind of has a keyway. So when you put it back together, you'll put it back the right way. And then you can take this panel, get it right out of your way. So good news and bad news. And the bad news is that this assembly right here, so it goes in here, and then this is the motor. It's all connected, and these bolts come in from this side, and they're attached to this. So I would have to take probably this off and take this whole thing out. But the good news is that I can look in here and I can actually see a sock right there. So I might be able to just grab that, but I'm gonna see if I can take this thing apart so you can see it a little better. So there's a screw right here. This will also help you if you wanted to clean your dryer. So this wouldn't be a wasted project if this works out. Just lift that up. Oh, yeah, see, it's a good time to clean all this out. And it's really hard to see, but I can see a sock right there, and I'm hoping that's the one, and none went any further. if I reach in here, yeah, it's pretty stuck. There it is. Stuck in the motor. Let's see if I can get it out. Give it a wiggle. It's really stuck in there. Okay, I got it. It looks to be intact, so I don't think there's anything else in there. I'm gonna try and get a close look. See if anything else fell in that motor. Take a look around, and I'm not seeing anything. So we might be good. I think maybe that sock just hit a point where it was freezing the motor, and that's why it was making that whining sound. So hopefully I can vacuum all this out, put it back together, and I'll be good. Here's a handy little accessory that's actually made for cleaning dryers out. You can attach it to a regular shop vac, or in my case, I use my little portable one here. This will help you get way down in here. I'm gonna put this back in. These long stainless screws. They go at a straight angle like this. Make sure they go in the hole first. You don't want to cross thread them, so just thread them in by hand, and you can tighten them. I'll put the front back on. Hold it right here. Reinstall that clip. Like that. And then get this closer. Hold this like that. Pop that wire on. So on both sides, you have these clips that go in here. One right there, and then the same on the other side. You just want to push this in. Just go straight in, like that. Make sure on the top that these go over this, like that. Make sure it's tight all around. And reinstall all the screws. Now I'll put these ones back in. These are the longer stainless. And then the difficult ones, lift this up, reinstall those on the bottom. Now the top, if you look right here, this has to slide in underneath this right here, this piece on both sides. So when you drop it a little shy, like this. And that'll drop down like that. And then push it that way on both sides. And the two screws on the back. Now I can push this back, and then I can put my cleaned lint trap in. I'll plug it back in. And fingers crossed, we don't have that noise, and we're all good. Awesome. Well, I guess we learned a couple things. Maybe try a little harder to make it easy on yourself. If I just looked a little further down there with a flashlight, I would have seen that sock and I could have fixed this without taking it apart. But if you had to take it apart, I hope this video helps. Maybe you had to clean it. Maybe you had something rattling around in there. Whatever the case, hope it helps. Thanks for watching.